one of the things he did was he bought the the picture frames.
Mm-hmm.
He would buy picture frames, and he would leave them in there.
Like the stock photo that comes.
He would leave the stock photo in there, and so he would basically tell his son that he had to do some things, or he would be taken away or eaten or something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid believed him. And whenever he got questioning, he would ask about the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh yeah, that was your brother," and he didn't listen.
Yo, that's foul. That's funny as hell, but that's foul. Oh.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Talk dirty to me.
I love it. It's awesome. It's all mine. Gets me going every day.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Hey now, this is your girl Tracy from Gangsta Goddess Radio. If you missed us on Monday from 7 to 8, catch this flashback. Gangsta Goddess Radio, BeExposedRadio.com. If I be on video, you can see my new glasses. I got new glasses. There used to be a old white woman. Her name was Sally. Remember Sally? I am the new Sally. Yeah, Sally Jesse Raphael. She used to wear her red frames. But I saw these in the local glasses shop, and I was like, that's me. So I purchased my red frames. So I am the new Sally. I am the Negro Sally. I am the black gold Sally. I am Tracy Jacobs. Yes. And I am applying for a job as girl 7. I don't want to be girl 6, but I can be girl 7 or 8. We can take it there. So, here this week, let me tell you all a little
Jason,
bit about...
I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on...
Welcome to this is the premiere of Sunset Soul with Love Dawn. And everybody knows who I am. I'm Monty, the station owner, as well as the host of Talk Lately on Tuesdays at 7. And I'm here to introduce our new show. This is the season premiere of Sunset Soul. Yes, plug. Right. Love Dawn with Sunset Soul with Love Dawn. With Love Dawn.
How y'all doing? I was looking trying to put. Okay. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in again. Once again, I'm Love Dawn, and I am accompanied by my friends here, Lisha Gibson and Miss Leslie Kombet.
How y'all doing?
Also known as Swirl. I'm just saying. So I appreciate y'all checking me out here today. So I'm going to give them a minute to introduce themselves real quick, my two co-hosts, and then I'm going to let you know who I am, and we're going to get right into the show. So we're going to start with Miss Lisha.
Hey everybody, I'm Lisha. That's about it. Nah, I'm a mom. I work in sales, and I'm really churchy. Like, not like churchy. I'm like a liberal churchy.
What's that?
She's like, churchy. No, like
She's churchy.
I am. But when I say liberal, I have a different viewpoint.
No cussing. You don't cuss.
I can't say that. I'm saying, no, I'm saying like I just have a different viewpoint in the whole. And I grew up apostolic, so I got the whole.
I was almost thing. Like that. I made a way to escape.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great foundation. I ain't knocking it at all. I love
That's
it.
the one with the prophets and all that kind of stuff, and
Yes.
they go to the hospitals and pray over people.
Yes.
See, I don't have that kind of blood.
Oh. Oh. Well, all we have to do is rely on the blood of Jesus.
That's okay, and that's okay. I didn't have the kind of blood to pass around to go do that, because they put, they say. I've been to see my aunt does that, and she would go to the hospitals and want me to come tag along, and I'm the only one that's in the corner board. Like, y'all got any magazine?
Everybody got a different gift. Everybody,
I just wasn't for that.
I'm not called to the hospitals. I ain't going.
I pray for you.
Yeah,
I can't.
That's the same thing. You just go to the hospital and do it.
No, I'm busy.
It's different. That's different. Whole different anointing. Whole different anointing. But yeah, that's me.
Okay. Leslie Swirl.
Hi, my name's Leslie. I am a mom, a wife.
Oh, Leslie. Real quick. Your camera is right there, that way. So you could just, you got your back to the camera.
That's okay.
No, just saying your back was to the camera. So you gotta, if you want to twist the other way.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, she's doing it so perfect.
Let me find. You done told her how not to be seen.
Exactly.
Just think of this whole wall right here is a camera.
That's okay.
You're not talking to me. Y'all already know.
Yeah.
I'm a mom. I have.
Oh, she okay.
4 kids. And I am a stay-at-home mom at this point. I'm working on it. I'm not.
Was you related to that guy that was here in the Alpha Show? Because you're away from your mic, too.
Oh, my goodness.
No. No.
I forgot there was cameras on y'all.
I don't even know what mine is.
Right. That's about it.
Leslie take care of everybody.
She did.
Everybody. She says she has 4 children, but she's everybody's mom on the block. Oh yeah, she's everybody's mom on the block. Leslie takes care of.
I can see that.
Everybody. Don't tell her you had to go past grandma's house or something. Cause Leslie going with you. She gonna take care of auntie, grandma, everybody.
Your food.
All right. So look, I'm Love Dawn, as you know. I'm your host. Also a mother of 4. I'm an author. I actually came here a couple weeks ago and did an interview for my newly released book, Nivea. Second time I came, I thought I was coming for an interview, but I got. It's okay. I'm also a songstress, of which one of the songs you'll hear in a bit. Church girl, also to the core. I'm a cook. I'm a counselor. I'm a friend. That's my resume. I am love, and I love love. I am not a pastor.
Oh, what was that ceremony then? That I seen.
I'm a licensed minister.
Oh, I thought that was like the same thing.
No.
I should just
We are
say
all
Not at all.
servants of the Lord.
See, nope. This listen.
So you're
this
a
is
licensed
not
minister.
the time. I'm a licensed minister.
Got it.
Also, but ultimately, I am love. That's what I am. That's why my name is just that, Love Dawn. So today, the topic: are men and women truly equal?
No.
And do you think we should be? Did you even think about the question?
I got an
I don't
answer.
think we need to be.
You got.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think y'all equal. I mean, we're equal.
Listen, I got a whole lot here that says basically what you say and the opposite.
But I say that because there's a reason why we're not equal.
Okay.
There are things that you guys can do that we can't. There are things that we can do that you can't. There is no complete equation there.
Okay.
Well, look, you know I'm gonna go straight church. See, okay, so all right, for me, I don't think we need to be equal. We weren't designed to be equal. We have our individual purposes, period. But the Bible says that he made man and woman in his image. So both equally are in the image of God. So when we think about it, we just have to keep in mind that God's image is so large. It includes a whole plethora of characteristic traits. And we get kind of caught up in the gender roles. Especially going on right now, you know, that's a hot topic. The gender roles, we classify what girls supposed to do and boys are supposed to do. But right about now in this generation, we do what we gotta do.
Yeah, I don't believe in those classifications, and I also see it that there are gender roles because they are gender specific, meaning that one is a woman, one is a man, and there are different instruments to define that.
But we changing that now.
Right, but that's a procedural change, and then once that procedure is complete, you should be considered that entity.
But I don't need to know what's going on down
I think I wouldn't. If I did that, I would not tell you. You would not need to know that information because that belongs to me.
Right.
And once my birth certificate is changed and it already, and it says that, I'm not telling nobody. And from that point on, I am barren, and and that's all you need to know. We're not having no kids in our relationship, but that's it. That's all you need to know.
That's true.
So y'all all say no, we're not equal. One,
Absolutely
and
not.
you don't think we should be.
No.
But in different situations.
Yes, different situations.
Pay, if we're doing the same job, then yes.
Okay.
That's an equal pay for equal work.
Okay, so we're gonna get into all of that as well. My opinion, I also do not believe that we're equal, and nor do I believe that we actually should be equal. And I'll get into my reasons for that a little bit more in the show. But when we come back, I'm gonna go through we're going to go through the timeline of this said equality, because I felt like I couldn't really appreciate what equality was until I kind of went back to see what the struggle was. Like, well, what didn't we have? Because, we came in it already kind of, having what we want. No, we're not equal, but we wasn't as far back as our grandmother and so forth and so forth. So I went through the timeline. So we're going to get into that when we come back, the timeline. And I'm going to tell this quick story while we're waiting. And I actually thought about that. My grandmother used to always say, using what you just said, Miss Lisha, God created man first. And he was supposed to be the superior based on the fact that he was made first. That people say that. That's what people say. Right. She didn't say that. She also said that's what people say. But then she said, God made woman, And man looked and said, whoa. That's where the woman came from. Like, whoa, man. And immediately we kind of went to the top of the food chain. So I'm going to stick with that. I like the way that sounded to me. So, okay. So moving forward, our answer is no. No, we're not equal. No, you don't think we should be equal. We think we're better. All right, but better. Okay. So like I said, that's a lot. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions. Actually, Leslie, you went and talked to some people one-on-one to get some answers, right?
Yes.
All right. So when we come back, you're going to get that too. So look, if you have any answers, can you tune in to Facebook Live and comment and let us know how you feel about the situation, or call in 410-702-5657 and give us your opinion. Let us know how you feel about the matter at hand. Also, Saturday, tomorrow, BeExposed.com, starting at 3 p.m., Breaking Barriers radio show with Miss D.
It's BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm sorry, tomorrow, BeExposedRadio.com, starting at 3 p.m., Breaking Barriers radio with Miss D. 7 p.m.? Oh, because I'm about to be like, the mic went out.
It didn't.
It didn't? I didn't hear it.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child, and believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement.
Are we on? You on now? Oh, Lord. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Crystal Renee Radio Show here on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Crystal Renee. Am I on now?
Yes.
Now, so why you let me talk all that time, Kel?
BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning back in. Love Dawn here, Leslie and Lisha, my two co-hosts. So we're going to, well, guess what? They didn't see my hands. You did. You did. I said your names. So we're going to dive straight into this timeline real quick. So as we know, we just recently had Women's History Month in March. 1769, American. I'm sorry, what happened?
Are we about to go through every one of these?
Girl, if you let me go real fast.
Just let it go. Let it go.
So disrespectful.
Jesus.
American colonies based their laws on English law, so we know that. So once you got married, then your husband, you became one with your husband under the law. So therefore, your legal existence is technically suspended.
So wait. So before I got married,
you lose your identity.
I had my own identity.
You had your father's technically.
That's what I was about to ask. So I never had an identity.
That's
of my
debatable.
Own. Okay, you can continue.
All right.
This clear.
Okay, up to 77, a law was passed in all states taking away her rights to vote. Now, my question was, when did she have them to begin with? I don't really know how that happened. I guess they wanted to make it like no.
A woman?
Just in case you thought it.
You're saying a woman?
Yeah, this was women's. They took away her right to vote. I guess this was a way of saying for sure, if there was any question, you cannot vote because it was never a right to vote to begin with, to my knowledge.
Well, that was before we even became a country.
Okay, so that's why I'm doing timeline.
You in
because
England.
I'm jumping. All right, 1848, Seneca Falls, 30 women and men signed the Declaration of Sentiments pleading for the end of discrimination. Same time, New York passed the Married Women's Property Act, allowing women to enter into their own contracts and file lawsuits, and they're no longer responsible for their husband's debts. Number one, to me, they can receive their inheritance, which was like some of the main reasons why people got married, of course, back then, because that, that check was right. So they can and receive their own inheritance. I'm like, okay, so that's some progression.
Right, yeah, because at first it belonged to the spouse, and even when the spouse died, you didn't get that money.
Really? And that I didn't know.
Wow,
it fell to the eldest son.
There was a season, that's back when they was doing the witch trials. That's why they were killing all those women, and the witch trials came up because there were women that actually had property and they were owning things, and the men didn't like it.
Yeah, but if you remember too, also that in history, if you were like your family's only daughter and you weren't married, the money that your parents left over wouldn't go to you. You had to get married.
Oh, in order to get that.
To get the money, because the
New York
money had
no.
to be transferred into a man. You're right. Exactly.
Dowry, yeah. Well, New York was like, no, they're not having it, so they wasn't here for it. So they was like, we're gonna let them get their money. So again, progression. 1870, 15th Amendment was ratified, allowing African American men. Now, this is the thing for me, the ability to vote, but still not women. So we were even less than what? We were 1/3 of the people. African Americans. So I mean, what was the African American woman then? I mean, geez. Anyway, that was 1870. Moving forward, 1890, Wyoming became the first state to grant women the right to vote. Just Wyoming. So just go there, like go there and vote. Go there and vote. And then 1900, every state followed New York and passed the Married Women's Property Act. So this was 52 years later from when they got it in New York. So, okay, cool. 1920, 19th Amendment, ratification granting women the right to vote. 50 years after the African-American male. 1923, National Women's Party proposed a constitutional amendment for men and women to have equal rights. So here's where the struggle is really now. Now we have our right to vote. We got our own money. Why not have us be equal? It didn't pass though, so it didn't work. 1937, Supreme Court upholds the Washington State minimum wage. So the money is now slightly coming up. 63, equal wages. Well, at least it's been, what? Oh, okay. 1963, the Equal Pay Act was passed, promising equal wages for same work. Great. 1964, Civil Rights Act. So now there should be no discrimination. 1973. Now this I didn't know. Women's right to choose. Wasn't until 1973, so that was like not recently. I didn't realize that abortion was illegal that soon, or that, that close in time.
I'm sorry. Well, you're a movie buff. So
I am a movie buff.
What movie was that when the woman was trying to find a place to have an abortion, and she went to like the little back.
Macy Gray did it.
Yeah.
For Color Girls.
For Color Girl, yeah. Ooh, did she
I
actually
hated
get
that
it?
movie.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
Worst movie in history.
Oh, I'm sorry. That just messed my head up.
Okay.
Just thinking about that movie make you want to.
Yes.
It depresses you.
Okay. So what was that? Okay, 74 equal credit, so you don't need a man to get a loan.
Wait, you couldn't get a loan?
You could not get a loan before 74. I didn't know that. This is based on what am I?
1974.
1974.
Your husband had to do it.
Mm-hmm. Or you had to at least have his name on it, which is amazing to me.
Which is why you had all those houses where your brother bought them for their unmarried sisters and stuff like that.
I didn't know that, but that's something.
Or children names and stuff like that.
75, women's right to be jurors. Now I don't really understand why they fought that. Like why though? They didn't know. Okay.
But I think back then they used to pay you.
Yeah.
They still don't they give you like lunch?
No, $15. It was more back then.
Oh,
because
okay.
it was more. They really trusted that as like a civic duty.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense then. 78, Pregnancy Discrimination Act. 94, Gender Equality Act. 94.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
What is pregnancy discrimination?
So your inability to get a job because you're pregnant. So you may have used to like hide. They passed it in 78. They need to stand up for themselves because they said in 78 that they couldn't do that no more. 94, Gender Equality Act. 94, also violence against women.
But did they tell you? They were,
go back to
so that basically isn't discrimination if they chose somebody else for a position, even though they knew you were pregnant.
Well, I mean, they're not going to say. They're going to just say, you don't fit.
Somebody else was more qualified.
Right. 13, the ban against women in military combat position was removed. So somebody wanted to fight, and I don't understand that one because I'm not in the military, so.
Y'all realize I didn't say I remember nothing. I don't want to tell my age until we get up to the 2000.
No, we done. So to date, currently, women still make at least 20% less than men. That's at least. Now, this one I didn't know to say 22. So I mean, it could be more.
78 cents to
the
every
dollar.
man's dollar.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how they calculate that, but okay.
1/3 single mothers are in poverty. Poverty is known as women's issues. I didn't know that. Is that
24 million women are
living in poverty?
Under the poverty level.
Okay.
I did a little research.
I see.
It's probably a little bit more.
More?
I could believe it could be more than that if it's 300 plus million people here in America.
In 09, so.
Okay. I could see it being more than
They
that.
classify by household, so you have moms and then
Mom and them
with babies all in the same
Mhm.
household as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and of course you have the domestic violence. 33% of women still likely to be abused, and so forth and so forth. Now here's the thing: 19% of Congress are women. Out of the 50 state governors, there's only 4 women. Of the Fortune 500 companies, there's only 25 led by women. And in the U.S., which is a gag me, there are more CEOs by the name of John than there are women CEOs.
Overall.
Period.
Period.
That's crazy though.
Yep.
Like they call your name John. He's about to be somebody. Like I'm about to name my next son John. I don't know about y'all. Okay, so I felt like going down this line was important because I couldn't appreciate the question till I seen how far they have come. Now, based on that, equality now. Did your answer change? We're still not equal. I mean, the struggle based on where we were. Does it change the way you feel about? No. I'm just
No, I mean, look. My personal opinion is that women are oppressed because they're better. Period. That's always been my personal opinion. It's intimidating.
Okay.
To men.
Okay, real quick. So we're going to go to break and we're going to come back. Tomorrow on Be Exposed Radio, starting at 3 o'clock, Breaking Barriers Radio Show with Miss D. 7 o'clock, the Artist Exchange Radio Show. And 9 o'clock, It Is What It Is Radio Show. All shows will be canceled this Saturday due to scheduling and building maintenance. So stay tuned because we really about to dig in.
All shows will be canceled this Saturday due to a scheduled building maintenance.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
How y'all doing? So we back. I'm your host, Love Dawn, here with Monty, Lisha, and Leslie. So we're going to get into these quick responses. The question is, do you feel men and women are equal, or do you think that we should be? Based on debate.org, the answer is 68% says, yes, we should be equal. 32% says, no, we should not. So you have some. One person said, no, we can't be equal. I'm sorry, they can't be until domestic violence is seen equally. How y'all feel about that?
Say that again.
Look, nowadays, women are whipping dudes' tails.
Yeah, but
they just not reporting it. So I'm not saying that domestic violence in the case of women being the victim should be minimized, but we can't really gauge the actual numbers because men don't report when they get their butt whipped. My little sister
They'd be embarrassed.
No, seriously, like my little sister is crazy, and I'm like,
Did you just put her out there?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
So
And,
mad.
but no, but like that, I'm like, you should be considered one.
Well, she
that-
got two
Yeah,
so they
well, yeah, you don't know
really
which one I'm
putting it
talking
out
about.
there.
But yeah, like we
Okay.
it's hard.
All right. So the next one says it also no. Men have created basically all inventions worth mentioning. That is malarkey. I think that's
Who
ridiculous.
says that?
These are quick responses. I ain't go through who said it. This is a quick response, which is ridiculous because going back to the timeline, whatever the woman would have created, it would have been under her husband's name anyway. So that doesn't make any sense. But he didn't read, so he didn't go down. He didn't go down the timeline like we had. He ain't had one, so he ain't know. All right, and next, no, we're not. Women are inherently emotional and weaker. Now I hear
Say
that
that
a
again?
lot. No,
Emotional, yes.
we
but
cannot
I don't believe in the weaker part.
I'm not weak.
inherently emotional.
Right, you
and
inherited
The only
it.
difference The only
not
difference
claiming
is
that
we're
one.
vocal. Men internalize they go through the same emotions. They go through the rejection, the sadness, all that other stuff.
And they emotional. I don't know who told them that they not emotional,
I don't know,
but they are.
Gender roles, though. We go back to gender roles. It's not okay to cry when you fall. It's not okay to let you know if you hurt, because you're a boy. Suck it up. So you're taught that you can't show emotions, but it's the same emotions that women have.
I'm glad I wasn't taught that.
That you can't cry when you fall.
That's good though.
I don't cry when I fall, but I
That's good.
wasn't taught that.
I don't tell
I
my
laugh.
kids they can't cry.
But not really because he can't.
I call it a celebration.
When you fall?
When I fall.
It's a blessing.
Because I'm going to act the fool when I get down there.
Look, I need that Deo fall, that Dr. Deo. I would be celebrating.
But that wasn't a fall, that was a beat up.
But he went down, he stayed down. Okay. So, Miss or Mr.
You don't want that fall. You don't want that kind of fall because he stood in the corner.
Oh, you got an answer? Oh, you got a question? I can't hear.
He stood in the corner talking about kill me now, kill me now. You know what that?
Because he knew that Jack was coming. He was just trying to get some extra zeros.
Because but my thing is, but what if they would have went through with it? Kill me now, kill me now. That's what he said.
Then based on
that's the kind of fall you
this
want.
timeline, then something. I'm sorry. Matt has a question.
Yeah. So with the whole equality thing, I think that it's not equal. But do people actually want it to be like legit? I always ask these kind of questions.
They don't think of
people
it.
actually want it to be truly
I don't think they
equal?
I don't think they look that deep into it.
And not even from the male aspect, men wanting to stay in control of anything. But do women actually want to have the same, like to be regarded the same as a man?
I don't.
Look, me and my husband used to go back and forth about this because I always talked about how I don't need a man. I can do whatever I need to get done. But me and my daughter didn't take out the trash.
Yeah,
we refused to take out the trash.
And I know,
and because I've had conversations with other women about the whole. Because I remember they had that. It was around the time when they had the women's march. I was like, all of these women are standing up protesting, but do you really want to get treated like a man does?
I don't.
You know what I mean? And not to discredit the movement or actually having the right to the stuff that women are fighting for. I don't think that it's uncalled for. I believe that everybody should have their own rights or whatever. But women don't actually, not say women, but some women don't think that all the way through.
True.
Because if you get put in a situation where, like even when it comes to like legal stuff and court stuff, women make out better in situations than men. Do you actually want to get the same treatment as a man, or do you just want, or do women just want the respect?
I'll go with respect for 200 Alice. I don't want to get the same treatment as a man. I don't. Based on what I've been seeing y'all go through lately, I'll stay in my lane. I'll be honest with you. No, I don't. Want I actually, going with what you said. Sequita Renee sent a comment. No, I don't think we are
equal.
No, I don't think we are equal.
Equal.
The male is the head and should be upheld as such. When you take that away, you take away their masculinity. That's one thing I don't want. So going with what he said, I don't want the masculinity. I don't want to have to take out the trash. I love to expect you to get them to get my bags. I mean, all those things I appreciate.
But here's my question: what does it mean to uphold him as the head? Like, I agree with that, I really do. But what does that mean? Because the problem comes in where everybody have different expectations, and when we're not meeting up, like, oh, you being disrespectful. I'm sorry, my father didn't do that, so I didn't know that that's what you wanted. So what do we mean by being upheld as such?
The masculinity.
I was always taught you respect those that are respectable.
You a man. You gonna get
I was just saying I don't live with nobody, so I take out my own trash. So
My boys.
I don't
trash.
think I want anybody to uphold me. Like, I'm not higher than you. I mean, I don't believe, like I said, my symbolism with being equal is that there's a difference between a man and a woman. That's not equal. We're equal as humans, but we're not equal as in gender. But as far as like the trash thing go, if I'm not taking it out, maybe you could help me and take it out the next day, or if I'm not around, take the trash out.
If I take out the trash, I'm doing it with an attitude.
Now I'm gonna tell you.
Well, you can do it with an attitude. I'm at the bar.
Trash out.
When I moved out before I got married, my father came to my house and took my trash out.
Oh my goodness.
Look, so
somebody came and took your trash out?
My daddy
came to her
That's
house.
nice of
He
him.
came to my house and he would take my trash out.
Her house would be stinking.
Right.
I took out my own trash.
I just told her.
And I know people
And if I had a
that don't
visitor
even
that
put
was
their
male,
own gas
he took
in
the
their
trash.
car.
But that's I think that would be that's chivalry.
Okay.
He would do that for you.
But why is that a would? Why is that an expectation if there's not?
Especially because if you ask them.
Oh, I asked.
See, that's the thing.
I'll let
Then
you
that's
know,
chivalry if he says,
because-
because if he says no, that's not the one for you because that's not the person that you want. That don't have to make him equal to
So
you.
if you being a woman expect the man to take out your trash and he don't take
Not
out your
expect.
trash. No, I'm
Like I
saying
said.
expect because I feel like based on chivalry, there's certain
Why?
because the expectation is taken.
But why
out
would you
of-
expect a man to take your trash out
No, my
if
man
you
to take my
participated
trash
in creating the trash?
Because nine
That's
times out
very
of 10,
selfish of you.
9 times out of 10, whatever is in there is based on something either I have already cooked or I have already cleaned.
He expects
So
you to cook.
Exactly. So what?
Oh. Y'all got y'all whole entire rolls messed up because I ain't cooking for nobody and I'm busy next week.
I like it.
What?
But
No, I cook. I do cook, but I'm busy.
But yeah, there's a certain stuff that they expect. Like he expects you to clean house.
But you also cook because you hungry too.
Okay. Okay.
Not always.
Mr. Lentia Moore, I love you, said queens only take out trash if they have to.
Right.
Only.
Yes.
Exactly.
If they have to.
Exactly.
Because we're queens.
Right.
But
Wait a minute,
But don't go touting that you want to be equal if
See,
you're not going to participate in equal.
Well, because we equal, that was equal to me.
It was a major issue.
But see,
that
and then-
I say I refused to do it.
Right, and what's
it wasn't something
interesting-
that he wanted to do.
Right.
He did it in the beginning,
Mhm.
but eventually he's
He
like,
grew
what
out of
happened
it.
to this gender role stuff. Like, what's this when do
Exactly.
girls don't take the trash out?
Mhm.
And it became a really
What's
big
interesting is that it could be that it's a give and take because, like you said, if I'm cooking dinner, you take the trash out. That's a give and take. That's not saying that
If I'm cooking
he
dinner,
should
I'll
be
take
doing
the trash
it.
out if you wash the dishes.
All right, but see,
I
that's
don't
still a
wash
give
the
and take. That's still a give and take. It's something for something else.
But what I'm saying
It's not
is,
because he's a man. He's taking the trash out.
but it's learned behavior.
Mm.
All of this is learned. If you go to other cultures,
Y'all
it's
learn. It was
totally
passed down to y'all.
You know, if you look at
That's why
I
I tried to
disagree with
do
that.
that.
I disagree that it was passed down. I agree
Your
that the
grandmother did a
expectation.
lot. Your mother did a lot. I seen her.
You
was
when
in
you
the
see
next,
my
You
grandmother?
was in the next
When
building.
you- what house you
lived
went
in the
to?
next building from me, and your mother
Did what? I'll wait. Go ahead. Okay. Okay.
Like you lived in
So,
the next
because
building
I saw
from
a
me
lot
for
of trash because
years.
there wasn't no man in there. I saw a lot of trash. But okay, wait a
I
minute.
got somebody. Michelle said her husband refused to let her take out the trash.
Thank you.
Like,
That's
or
my
open the
sister.
door.
For how long, Michelle?
They've been married. Just celebrated their anniversary.
Oh,
Wait a minute. So we skipped one. Sequita Renee also said, my husband takes out the trash, wash and clean the cars, put gas in the cars, and pay bills. And I got to, I'm sorry. And if I got to do any of that, I'm not a happy camper.
What was the last part?
And if I have to do any of that, I'm not a happy camper.
Oh my goodness.
I think you should be spoiled by your husband. As long as you, vice versa, you're spoiling him too.
He put gas in both cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's a keeper.
Yeah.
He nice guy. I mean,
He got a problem.
He got a lot of time on his hands.
I don't know
That
what he got.
is.
He ain't got cash on his hand because gas is high. All right. Let's go to the first question. I mean, if one.
And then she kind of selfish because then she was like you said at the end. She said, "I'm not a happy camper."
She's not a happy camper if she has to do any of that,
right?
But that's their agreement.
Then what do you do, Sequita? What do you do in return for all of this?
She cooks, she cleans, she lays that thing. I don't know. I just said that.
That's what I was saying.
All right. Before we go to a commercial, let's go to one debate question. One person said it is impossible. Optimistic realist. Although we are human, it is impossible because men are physically and mentally superior. Anyone who thinks not on a mental aspect are delusional because almost all men can still think logically under pressure, while women in most cases give into emotions. I didn't say it. Optimistic realist said it. Again with the emotion. What'd you say, Matt?
In my opinion, that's by person-to-person basis.
Mm-hmm.
It's not generalized because I know some dudes that fold under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I know some chicks that stand strong
right
under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Superior. I'm about sick of that word.
Well, I will say this. That
Physically stronger though, I will agree with that.
What?
That men in most cases are physically stronger than a woman.
Physically.
I don't disagree with that.
That's it.
God
That's
created woman to be a helpmeet to the man.
I thought it was
the
helpmeet.
last time I checked, you can't help me unless you're already capable.
Did you say help meet?
Help meet.
Now I'm saying that because I thought it was help mate because that's what we say mate. But if you say help meet, that goes to the word equality and sameness. Meet meaning that we're on the same level. And we meet. You're here, I'm here, and we meet. I never knew it was me. I thought it was mate.
But if you look at the population in the world, there is more women than there are men. And if the Bible says that it's not good for men to be alone, but there's more women, then it must be fine for women to be alone, which means they may be already all right.
Because we stronger. But let's get to sorry. All right, some of the comments. So, first of all, Sequita Renee said yes. She cooks, she cleans, she lay that thing. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go. Let's do one more.
But see, like,
Jermaine Williams said facts. He's also said in most cases, men are stronger based on what you said. Michelle feels like her husband and her are equal. And we're going to continue with the comments when we come back because we only got 30 seconds left. Tomorrow, Be Exposed Radio, starting at 3 o'clock. Breaking Barriers Radio with Miss D. 7 p.m. The Artist Exchange, 9 p.m. It is what it is. All shows will be canceled this Saturday due to scheduled building maintenance.
Yes, there will be no power.
We'll be back.
So we
Love
cannot
Dawn,
broadcast
Sunset
with
Soul.
no power.
I was right on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Marnie from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just like, and the kids was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Why do they have the accent? Why do his kids have that accent?
I just pictured them looking like African. I didn't want to have to admit that. I don't know what they're going to do about my mouth, but just check out the show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's more of the same.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles. finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Welcome back to Sunset Soul. I'm your host, Love Dawn. Got Monty here, Leslie, and Lisha. We're going to get straight into the second debate question. Women are too awesome. Based on the question, are we equal and should we be, men and women? Women are too awesome. It is hard for me to make an argument that women should be equal to men when I think we are far, far more superior. Men- I'm sorry, y'all. Don't.
I'm dreaming for a stack of pancakes.
Men, I'm going to say, T-Master, I'm sorry for messing up your comment. It wasn't my fault. It is hard for me to make an argument that women should be equal to men when I think we are far more superior. Men, on the other hand, are only good as the control they have over their brain below their border, which usually isn't very much. Men work their whole lives to achieve something and throw it away for a few minutes. Women very rarely do this. So let's go. T-Master said it, not me. So, you don't think so? So men don't cheat more than women? I mean, they wouldn't risk it all. I mean, they just said like Drake got a porn star pregnant or something like that. Then they just say, "Ooh,
I'm not going to agree with that.
You just gave
I'm
me
not
a
going to
look.
agree with that.
You've
I'm not
never
going to agree
cheated.
that men cheat. No, women cheat better.
Better, more is the question, though.
Do we cheat more?
Will we risk our home and our?
Yeah, women do it. Women do it all the time. They just don't get caught.
It's
Women
only
do it
risky when
better.
you get caught. It's only a risk when you get caught. When you do it seamlessly, like women do, it's just a thing.
Right. Guys go out in the middle of the night, stay out all night, come home
back
in the
smelling
morning,
fresh.
smelling
And
all-
not even just
you know,
that.
they don't even.
Women don't let stuff go like men do.
That's dumb.
They dumb when it comes.
I was just having that conversation.
You're supposed to go at least go to the playground and run around a little bit.
I was just having that conversation, and I hate to do that, to plug this, but I was watching the TV show, a reality show, and the guy was so upset about his girlfriend. She's a cheater. She's this. She's a that. But the whole 5-6 seasons, he was cheating the whole time.
But now,
but the one time she get caught,
He can't take it.
He can't take it.
So, but they stronger though. That's the thing that get me. Y'all supposed to
They
be
not
stronger. And y'all can't say,
emotional.
"Come on, get over it." This is one little cheat, one little extra PP, one little extra one. Just
No,
one?
you can't. No.
Just one. So y'all telling me y'all can have several different women and your wife or girlfriend cheat with one man and it's a wrap. You just can't
It's
take
a
it
wrap.
anymore.
They can't handle the emotional better than
It's
we
not
can.
all of them.
At all.
The ones that have the Lord with them, maybe.
What?
Get this straight.
Oh, okay. He gonna speak for the man.
Are not. Are not. I don't care who. No man anywhere is more emotionally stronger than a woman.
Absolutely.
Men's ego, emotions, and everything. It take a lot to get to them. Like it's a big layer to get to them. But once you get to them,
It's a
like
wrap.
rice paper.
Real fragile.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Moore asks, were we talking about single or married women? I think it doesn't matter at the point. It's just about women. So I'm assuming this is about the cheating aspect of it. I understand though, marriage would be different because then it's a vow broken versus, you know, an agreement. Just you and I just was like, we
Married
gonna be
women
together.
cheat too.
Married women do cheat, and so do men.
Yes, they do.
But so you risk more with cheating in a
But
marriage.
married
than you do.
women don't cheat the way married men cheat. That's all I'm saying.
Recklessly.
Right. Men are reckless. Period. They just
Well, that's what T Master said. She said men would risk it all for, you know, a few moments of fun. Really though, I just said I don't know how
women
true it
really
is when I
cheat.
said that Drake supposedly got this porn star pregnant. Now he's supposed to be, you know, a name. I don't really, you know, I'm not really in that whole, you know, line.
You don't got his album.
I don't got like none of them, but
Drake too. I thought it was Carmelo.
Oh, him too.
Him too. That's
Oh.
another one. That's what I'm saying. So it
But
kind
Drake's
of
not
validates
married.
how she-
Carmelo is.
Yeah.
So.
That's
Drake
true.
Single.
But I think he was hurt. That's, you know, okay, we're not gonna get into that. Again, he's emotional.
One of my Facebook friends commented. He said, "Men are not superior to women, and women are not inferior to men.
Agreed.
Individual roles and perspectives is what it is."
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Now, one of the I don't know if I can skip over it or not. One of the I'm gonna skip to it because they brought that up. Okay. This was an anonymous post. They can't be. Nature wants them different for different purposes. Both are great in their own domains. The question of equality is a farce if equality is defined as sameness. Fitness for fitness for the purpose is what gives preference to the man or woman. The fact that some tasks have come to be seen as more glamorous by the society has led to the misconception that those fit for these tasks are superior or important. So based on what you're just saying, because of how you view the role of a man, because you hold whatever that job is as more important than whatever the woman do, then that makes you feel like that it is superior. And I think that I think that's a perfect way to put it, because me personally, if you are a foodie and I'm coming in and I'm whipping up these dishes, to you in the same retrospect to trash, you like that meal is far more superior. The fact that she can come in and do the 5-course meal and then make cucumber lemonade, this is all I'm doing is taking out trash, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he is amazing because I don't smell nothing in it. It's amazing to me.
If you kill the bugs and take out the trash, I am good. You gotta go to work though. You gotta go to work.
You can't just be laying around.
No,
can't do it.
Okay, Miss Moore said there's no such thing as cheating if you have not said I do.
I disagree.
It matters because if you're not married, you are single. Until you get married, you're still single.
Anytime you make a promise to somebody else, you set expectations.
Or
and
you
put
use the word commitment.
Right, you put that commitment in place. I disagree. And to be honest, let's go back, because during slavery there were no marriage ceremonies.
They jumped over the brim and stuff. That wasn't.
No, not
So that wasn't
everybody didn't jump over the brim. Some people just got together.
Actually, there were marriage ceremonies.
There were?
Yeah. They still, even the slaves had to file like marriage certificates and stuff like that. There was records.
It had to
of
been
it.
something, because see, that's why I got the timeline, because we wouldn't have had to get the
And it's also, if
separation
you ever
from the
did your
husband.
genealogy,
So what
which-
happens when they separate them?
If you ever did your you're separated.
Your husband.
I mean, they would partner up and pair up.
If you ever did your genealogy, which is what I'm working on right now, I'm trying to do a family tree. And I'm tracking back to like before my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother so far was born. And it's an interesting walk through history.
Yeah.
I know exactly when the white people came in.
Oh my goodness.
I do.
I'm glad my swirl that way. All right,
No,
y'all.
because it started.
Why you gotta look at me?
She don't count.
My swirl do not count. Look, y'all, we're going to continue the conversation in a minute. We'll be right back.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Sunset Soul with Love Dawn and company.
Hi,
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud.
Rediscover your lore. House of China. You can set up an appointment with Camilla Collins, your very own image consultant. From street to chic and regular to radiant, House of China is for you. To follow House of China, it's Camilla_China Doll on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. And on Facebook, it's HOC Image Consulting. It's by appointment only, so text in at 910-986-8153. Or you can email her at houseofchinadoll@gmail.com. House of China, revitalizing your life. Sensual Aromas, where you get 100% all-natural health care products. From herbal treatments for skin conditions and internal cleansing for the body, Sensual Aromas has what you're looking for. There are $25 natural cleansers, $15 natural body detoxes. There's also a special going on now. For $12, you can get 5 lip balms, and for $8, you can get 2 of our whipped scented shea butters. For coupons on our services, go to breakthetradition.com. For more products and information, go to sensualaromas.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Matthews. With each individual sale, there will be a donation made to fighting cancer naturally. Research without radiation. Let's break away from the old traditions.
You're listening to the station with their ear to the streets. BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being...
All right, y'all, we're back. Love Dawn here at Sunset Soul. Marnie, Lisha, and Leslie here. So we're going to dive into the biblical aspect from Lisha of how the gender roles from Lisha of the gender roles of how we should, well, how the Bible say we should be.
Okay, look, I'm not going to say that the Bible says anything in particular about how we should be in regards to gender roles, but there are scriptures that we debate often. So I'm going to read 1 Peter 3, and it's talking about wives and husbands and their responsibility to each other. It says, likewise, wives, be subject
New
to
Testament, Old Testament?
New Testament.
Okay. I don't know.
English Standard Version. This is English Standard Version, so we won't have the dial with the...
Okay.
Just break it down.
Likewise, wives, be subject to your own husbands. No cheating. So that even if some do not obey the word, they may be won without a word by the conduct of their wives. When they see you respectful and pure conduct, do not let your adorning be external, the braiding of your hair and putting of gold and jewelry in the clothing that you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with an imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is in God's sight, is very precious. And then it goes on to go into some other things, talks about Sarah and all that other stuff. But verse 7 says, likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to them as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered.
Okay.
Go ahead. Before I.
So is the weaker in the King James? Because you said you was reading another version.
This is English version.
Okay.
Let's go to another version. See.
I just want to know if that word is still there.
Somebody said that means cover up.
Our apostolic
Stop it,
roots
Taisha.
is King James.
Stop it right now. Look, let me close this.
Close that up.
This little part.
They can't see my head in the way.
Our apostolic roots is King James only. So verse 7, likewise ye, you want to hear ye, ye husbands dwell with them according to
read it the way you let me say, baby.
I'm sorry. Likewise, ye husbands dwell with them according to the knowledge, giving honor unto the wife.
Okay, but did it say weaker?
As unto the weaker vessel.
See, I'm not going to dispute. So you know what? It's probably talking about the physical strength, how we was talking about earlier. That's what we were talking about, the physical.
But
it is. But it is.
Though I said I'm liberal.
But it is though. But that when it says that weaker vessel, it is talking about the weaker sex.
But you have to understand the wording.
Okay.
It says that you are to. I'm going back to English Standard Version. It says live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to them as the weaker vessel. Right. It didn't say because they are.
No, that's not what I was saying either. I said they are the weaker vessel, but you are to honor them as the weaker vessel.
Well, I told you I'm liberal and I'm a little
okay.
But
give me the
scripture
liberal
didn't say.
But I don't want to be described as the weaker vessel, and then you're honoring me because that means I can't.
And you could be an
defend
adult.
myself when you come
If
at
I
me.
talk to you as a child,
I will.
If I talk to you as a child, then it's denoting a specific manner by which I need to deal with you, relational to something else.
Oh my
So
gosh,
the
Allah
scripture
is
says,
here.
as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you. So if they're heirs with you,
we back to the meat.
We back to the medium. We back to medium.
That we on the same level.
Because you've already given birth to the heirs.
Exactly.
Is that what you mean?
So
why can't weaker just mean fragile, softer? No. Because we're supposed to be like, subdued, feminine qualities based on, the men's masculinity, as we said.
I just don't understand. Like when that book was written, right? I don't understand how anybody could have been weaker. Y'all all had calluses because the rocks under your feet. You ain't had no shoes on. It was a lot of burlap.
But you know what? The men were the one who did the more work. So based on what you're saying,
I believe all y'all was doing work.
Physically, probably.
Sweeping that floor with y'all fingers ain't no joke.
Well, according to the Bible, it says, since they are heirs with you, meaning that they are charged to be submissive to, in the sense. Submissive.
I don't like that word.
And submissive does not mean subservient. That's two different things.
Okay.
It's just in anything in the world, there has to be a rank of hierarchy for there to be some type of order.
Okay.
So there is a rank of hierarchy. And
but so then we're underneath the husband.
In the rank.
Okay.
Rank,
now using that, because this is a thing for my house. My house, I've always said that my children know that right now I'm not married, but my mother lives with me.
Right.
So when I fix plates, we talked about that before. When I fix plates, my mother eats first. The plate that y'all see me take a picture of, like on Facebook, and I'm like, ooh, that's my mother plate. Before I fix my plate, before anybody eat.
Y'all plate my mother. Empty.
My plates be empty, yes. My mother, I might nibble, but my plate don't get fixed until after hers, and after my mother's, I fix my kids, and I always eat last. Now, not that has to go that way, but my mother eats first is what will remain. Then, same thing when I get married, I feel as though my husband will eat first. So using that hierarchy, I think we subconsciously do that. I think we do see it that way. We just don't realize.
Not everybody does.
Not everybody don't, because it was a question of who.
So why do you believe that's the way it should be, and not the kids eat first?
Yeah, that was the question. I felt based on again what she just said. I feel like my husband is the head of my household, and if he's the head of my household, then that's how. But
would he be? Would your husband be the head of your household? Would you not work?
Me working to me doesn't say I'm the head of household or not head of household.
That's not what the IRS said. I'm just trying to let you know. That's not how the IRS sees it.
Ms. Moore said the
money.
weaker vessel is basis for a husband to treat his wife with understanding, tenderness, and patience based on, well, like we were saying, us being the softer vessel. I agree.
People get swole up when they have power and authority. I really think that's all there is to it.
I'm still stuck on this head of household thing, right? Because how do you not?
Two people can't file head of household if you're going to.
That's
use
true.
The IRS.
It's more the husband.
And technically, my husband, based on what y'all said earlier in the timeline,
that's why they changed that.
My husband makes at least 20% more than me, so he's going to be the head of household because he's going to get the most money back. So go ahead.
Because of the way women, I see what
based
you're
on the timeline. That's why I try to tell y'all.
You tried to use history against
stuff. But I'm saying I do subconsciously think that most women, and then it was a question of what you gonna put the man before your children? Yes. Because I'm supposed to cleave to my husband, which is also biblical.
Not to mention the fact that children grow up and leave.
Children are supposed to grow up and
supposed to nurture them too.
Right, and then and your son is supposed to. I'm sorry,
when the kids leave.
5 minutes.
I don't like that y'all gonna pass that complex off on your children.
My husband leaves first.
Because y'all got the rest of y'all lives to be treated like kings and stuff like after the kids is gone. I think they come first and foremost. And then y'all treat yourselves.
Decisions, wait a minute. So making a decision,
but that's
household, then you make a decision with the kids' best in the best interest at heart.
But you should be feeding them because you brought them here.
They can wait.
You brought them here because it was your desire.
No, I think you're getting the two things mixed up. When you're talking about making a decision, you and your husband collectively
I lived in a household where my well-being wasn't first and foremost, and which afforded me the right to have to pay for my own college.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
because my well-being wasn't first and foremost.
You and your husband and wife collectively should put your children first. I'm talking about the hierarchy as far as head of household, meaning that my husband.
So at 6 o'clock and dinner's ready, I'm sitting upstairs starving, and he's sitting down there eating.
No, at 6 o'clock and dinner is ready.
That's why Bernie Mac said.
9 times out of 10, my husband's food is going to be made in a microwave because most men is not going to want to eat with the kids in the way anyway. Go ahead and feed them, get them over with. No, I do think my husband plate. My husband plate will be made first. That's just a given. And that would be and if I'm married and my mother is still with me, my husband plate will still be made first. The second plate will be my mother's plate, and then my children's plate. And then
why don't we just put all the plates on the table and just pass the bowls around?
So you want everybody to get 2 pieces of
everybody just go.
Everybody sits at the table.
I want everybody to get equal pieces. Y'all want equal rights. I want everybody to sit down at the table together and just pass the bowl around. Everybody can get
and listen. And if my children are watching this,
guess what though? Daddy get the big piece of chicken.
Okay, Miss Moore, we got a comment. The breast, yes. Miss Moore says you are to set an example for your children on how to treat people and their spouse, putting your husband first as head of household, building security. And setting a great example for your children.
What makes him head of household?
The IRS, as you said,
over that meal, he get ready to flop down.
I bet you if somebody get that door and y'all gonna look to him to be the one that's
exactly.
The interesting part is that in most television shows today, they do kind of make the wife head of household because that's her domain. If he is supposed to be the provider, he's at work most of the day, you're at home most of the day. I think that makes you inherently the head of, maybe that's why my mother's not married, but I inherently make that you're the head of the household. You're the one that made all the decisions on the furniture we bought, the pictures that are on the walls, the cleaning that's happening, the children getting prepared for school in the morning. That's what I'm saying. In today's day and age, though, who is the head of household? Because sometimes the wife is making more money than the man.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter.
Why is he the head of household if he did not come home and then he didn't make all the money and he didn't clean up this place or buy the furniture
take out that trash
or take out that damn trash?
But you know what? I will say this. I'm not going to say. That's why I said my husband, because all of what you just said would be irrelevant,
right?
Because he would not be my husband. You see, that's what I'm saying. So now these are
you want a provider.
I don't want a provider. He don't have to make more than me.
Want to stop
No, I'm not going to say that. He doesn't have to make more than me. I don't want to stop. I definitely wouldn't. I would go crazy. I would go insane if I didn't. I don't want. Listen, I always said I want to choose to work. I don't want to have to work. I do want to choose to work.
Mary Wilson in Washington says, "So proud of you and what you are doing. Blessings and peace."
Thank you, Miss Murray. Yes, Miss Moore said 2 heads is a monster.
It is.
That's a freak. You don't want a freak. Unless it's a circus and they about to go out.
But it's not a monster. It's not a monster because they don't share the same bodies. Everybody has their own individual
They're
minds.
one. They got married. They're one.
Y'all need to redefine the name of marriage, okay? Because I'm not one. I'm still individual. We have joined a partnership. We've made a partnership in this crime.
That's why it's a lifelong endeavor.
It is a lifelong endeavor. I agree. We have to
in real life,
learn each other's
church
quirks.
Marriages, they do the 2 parents.
All right.
And the 1.
Nikki, who I also love, she said, my husband is the head of my household. Okay, my husband is the head of my household, and I would not have it any other way. But I'm the queen of my castle. With that being said, we make all the decisions together. Whoever is in the kitchen first gets, I guess, to cook.
She wrapped up in fairy tales. Come on.
I can't see the rest of it. I can't see it.
Yeah, hit more.
Okay.
Whoever
gets the first
in the
plate.
kitchen first gets the first plate.
Most of the time.
I like that.
Whoever gets in the kitchen first.
Whoever gets in the
Yeah, that would work. That would work, but my husband's plate going to be in the microwave.
That's what works
Sorry.
for you.
If I was the kids in that family, I would be in the kitchen.
All right. Look, we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to finish this when we come back. Baseball's Radio, Sunset Soul. Okay, we still got that? Okay.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little
Check
awkward,
out this
but believe
flashback
me,
from It Is What It Is
Learn
radio
more at
show.
StopText.
He was chilling. He was doing his thing. Y'all, you feel me? Love y'all family. You know what I'm saying? And like for him to be taken away from you, snatched away from you, just like that. You feel me? It's like damn. another good one gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you taking the good? You know what I'm saying?
You always end up asking like, why?
And like again, it's a lesson that it's a test of faith. You feel me? Gonna take you through these tests. You feel me? You're gonna go through these little phases in life, yo. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you just gotta recognize that one, it's the adversary trying to knock you off your pivot, and then it's God trying to teach you something. You feel me? Right. Anything that you go through, you gonna get through. It's called going through. You feel me? That's why it's called going through. You going through something. Right. You feel me? Because after you go through it, you get through it. You look back on it like, damn, I got through that. You feel what I'm saying?
For this and more, be sure to tune into BeExposedRadio.com every Friday from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. to listen to more of It Is What It Is radio show.
All right, y'all, we're back. We're going to dive into the what if. But because it was going dead and my hotspot was acting stupid.
Where you plug it?
But I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. You got it.
For y'all who have any comments, y'all can always call in 410-702-5657. Also 410-702-5657.
We also have a text line. There's a text line as well at 443-642-9403. So texting your comments. Or just get on the Facebook page like you're doing. Most of you anyway.
Number. I didn't get that one.
They feel like playing along.
That's a private number. Yes, because I'm reading your comments. Nikki, living in a fairy tale. No reality, Queen Nikki. Boom. All right. So we're gonna go into.
Oh, that was for me. That was for me.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. So what ifs? Okay. So this basically is these scenarios. I want to know if this was either a male or a female doing one of these things. How would you respond, or how do you think it would be handled if it was the opposite sex? Looking at the comedian D-Ray and his relationship. I'm sorry.
I had to fix my pasta.
Okay. Looking at the comedian D-Ray and his relationship status, they're saying he is a polygamist in a polygamous relationship with two women, also known as a throuple, and they both know about each other and they get along like they are.
Aren't they twins?
No,
I don't know. Are they?
But they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
They're pretty.
They resemble. You can tell.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were twins. Yeah.
So then, why have another person?
Because he can.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Might be a voyeur.
So could a woman get away with that?
Could a woman get away with that?
Right. Looking at the what ifs.
Having two men
in a relationship. I can't say monogamous. Polygamous.
Are you saying can a woman accomplish it or?
A woman accomplishes it every day.
I'm thinking you're thinking like in the same house.
In the same like how he has it. Would it be looked at the same way as a woman?
I don't think it would work.
The show, can we?
Because how could they not? Right, and then still call them hell straight.
And you can't have two heads of household if you're. Or she
I don't know how it would be like documented. I don't know who gets the plate first is what I'm saying in that situation.
That's why you got two hands.
Two hands like bam. No.
Bam.
That's why we all sit around the table and we pass the bowls.
I would assume though that in that instance,
right? Can you pass the peas? Can you pass the bread?
Yes.
Which one? The woman would take
the two men would submit to her, but I don't see that.
Right, but do they submit to each other as well? That's the difficulty of this whole
situation.
I
don't know whether or not they have to. Just because you're in a relationship, hey,
they do.
And girlfriends?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they may not have to be intimate together.
They share him, but they also share in the throuple because they're all in the bed together. So
do you remember? They don't have to be. You remember the show Big Love? They used to come on HBO. I don't know if it come on anymore. He had wives in houses. They lived on the same
but that's
block.
not what they doing. That's not what they doing.
They're
in the bed together. They're all in the bed together.
Where the two girlfriends do live together.
So basically, what you're saying is, if it was a woman, then the men would have to interact in which they.
That's
would be
what I'm saying.
gay.
If it's like you talking about the sister wives thing.
Yeah.
If it was like that, that's something different because he was going to different rooms, having relations, and then going to not in the same night. I don't know. I mean, could be, but they was doing. They was having like their own relationships with him individually, but then they came together as a family.
That's just
That's different than his situation where he has two women in the bed side by side with him. So at some point, they're going to have to interact.
I'm quite
Now
sure
the
they
same
do.
thing for the men. If it's two men, you're in the same bedroom. At some point, they're going to interact.
And that's
That's gross. I would never want to see that.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
No, it's just too much. It's too much. It's just too much.
That's too much to me. I even say that's too much. Now look,
Now, Nikki commented, no, men can't handle that. Men couldn't handle. Well, that's what Matt said earlier. He couldn't. Men aren't able. We were talking about the man. And, okay.
but that's a good question for Matt though. Would they want to be? Would he want to be in a relationship with another man and a woman?
He didn't pay you no attention.
Matt, the headphones on. Never mind. Go ahead. Let's continue.
But no. That can't happen. It wouldn't happen because of the way men made up.
It was a question. He can hear you. He can hear you.
He didn't answer the question, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna work. So that's a no.
So that's a no. So women, that can work.
it.
Okay. So rape. We were just talking about that your last show.
Yep.
Rape reported by a male. I'm sorry. You can't just like root because you did now. You
now you want to get involved.
Rape reported by a male accusing. I'm sorry. Rape reported by a male accusing a woman. Is it handled or even looked at the same way?
No.
No.
Wait.
No, it's not.
I heard that. We laughed at him. The movie was talking about this.
But you don't understand.
I don't understand it. Like
how a woman can rape a man.
It was on Law and Order.
Oh, it's easy.
You got an answer?
It's easy.
Yes, I
He
do.
had to fight for his rights.
It could be done.
Listen,
I hate to tell a personal story, but it wasn't me. Let me say that. But damn, I can't even tell a personal story.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell a story like this.
Story.
I'll tell a story like this. Once upon a time, there was an individual man who was tied to a bed.
What?
And once you're tied to the bed, what can happen? Anything.
Okay. Oh, that was it.
That's the gist of the story. Once you're tied to the bed,
that's what you were saying.
I wasn't going to necessarily say
not like that.
Because you were thinking like, how could he overpower? How could somebody get overpowered and be raped? How could a woman overpower?
Well, then that was a
man?
question of. It's not about. Oh, wait, because you had something to say.
Because he submitted first and was tied to the bed.
Because there are certain things about a man that he cannot control.
Okay.
And that guy down there is one of them. He could be completely unattracted to you and fearing for his life. But if you mess with it, it's going to move.
Wow.
And then you put a man in a situation where, this woman is putting me in a situation where the only thing I can do is bang her in her face. If he hits her, he goes to jail.
Because she's telling.
Because she's going to...
How he... Okay.
It's happening.
Touch my manhood.
After she got him tied to the bed and forcing him
not
to
necessarily about the tie.
She have to have something because remember y'all said that y'all are the stronger sex.
But what I'm saying is you can put him in a situation where he has nothing he can do without getting himself in trouble.
Okay.
So then the act happens because it's the same as though. I know it's different for a woman because men can overpower women and so on and so forth. But it's the same. If you put a woman in the same situation, you back her in the corner and be like, kick that out, or I'm going to beat you up, or I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. It may not necessarily be a physical threat. But if you put something over somebody's head to be like, yo, if you don't give me that, or I'm going to take this, and if you say anything, I'm gonna say you did X, Y, and Z.
Okay. There was a video that was floating around on Facebook. I think it was like one of those, and it was like this older lady that was trying to rape this young boy. He looked like they was because I think it was like a book bag or somewhere around. So they had to have been kind of younger. Obviously, she was much stronger than him because she was kind of heavy set and he was real small. Point is, his friends was videotaping and laughing like, "Go ahead, boy, just give it to her," that type of stuff. And the boy like, get off me. I'm not. He was really trying. He tried with all his. And eventually he succeeded because I don't think it actually happened. Point though, if he would have went to the jails and said this lady just tried to rape me, what happens? Is it supposed to? That's what I don't know. I don't even know how the police would.
Well, that rape is hard to prove anyway, especially if in those situations it's difficult to prove it. There's a lot of young ladies that get raped at college, date rape, things like that, and they never report it because there's no real
evidence.
Prove it. So I couldn't imagine. Now, I told you I don't have a creative mind, so none of that stuff, none of those ideas ever crossed my mind. I don't have it very analytical, but I don't know. I wouldn't think that they would report it, because if they did try to report it, they would probably be laughed at.
Just like he was saying,
Mm-hmm.
if a man his arms are tied back in, he can't do nothing but do this.
Headbutt. I was just going to say the same thing. Boom. I bet you won't get that.
And then the woman's like, oh, what happened? But who calls,
Who's gonna call the police?
You're gonna call the police, and who are they gonna believe first? Because there's no evidence that she touched you first.
I'm laughing at that. What happened? What was
If a man was to get raped by a woman, there is definitely no way, unless he don't ever take a shower. You know what I mean? There's no way to find out that he had intercourse with a woman against his will. There's no way to test that.
Well, see, that's the thing that bothers me about that, because why is it already assumed that the man wants to do it? But using that same video, his friend was videotaping, like, just go ahead, just, go. And I'm like, the boy's, he's saying no, but you basically standing there watching your friend being raped. So I do think it's different. Now, I'm not quite sure how that would have played out if it was a female, but it would be assumed. If you see a female in the street saying, get off me, then somebody would come over, or at least call 911 and say, this man is trying to rape this lady. But okay. Next one. I'm sorry. Okay. A male desires. How you say 5 to 30 seconds?
That was last time.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, y'all. We're going to finish this in a second. Tomorrow on BeExposedRadio.com, starting at 3 p.m., Breaking Barriers Radio Show with Ms. D. 7 p.m., the Artist Exchange Radio Show. 9 p.m. It Is What It Is Radio Show. And this Saturday, all shows will be canceled due to the schedule building maintenance. That is not fun to say together. I just want you to
It's scheduled building maintenance. We ain't gonna have no power, y'all. Let me just tell you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's radio loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Free stuff for you just for listening.
All right, y'all, we're back. We're going to jump right into these double standards real quick. Lasha, would you get ready to say something before we went to commercial break?
No, that last what if was really good, but that's going to be a whole...
Here's your maple syrup.
Don't do that. That's not nice. Okay, so double standards. Same thing, basically like the what if. Men who let others know about their accomplishments are considered confident. But when women do that, they're considered insufferable.
Say that again.
The double standard is men who let others know about their accomplishments are considered confident. They know what they want, they know who they are, and they're considered confident. But when women do it, they're considered insufferable, or bragging, or she thinks she all that, or so forth and so forth. Conceited, yes.
Thank you.
Why is that? I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. You had something to say. What you saying?
I was.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was responding to you.
Go ahead.
That is a vicious double standard.
It is, but it stands.
It does in some places.
Oh, sorry.
It's because what I think it is that most people consider when a woman is talking a lot about. Most people take it when women are talking about themselves that they want attention and so on and so forth. But when a guy does it, he's letting you know that he is capable. And they don't see it in reverse. Like when a woman tells you, you know, I got a BA, MS, a master's in this, they're going to see it as, sit down, girl. But when a dude says it, you're going to be like, oh, doctor.
So it's intimidating.
When a woman, let me tell you about that word. I'm
tell
sorry.
you, I
Go
changed
ahead.
my own water
I went
pump.
somewhere personal. I should have did that.
You change your own water pump.
That's not
Yes.
accomplishment.
What you say?
I changed my own water pump in my car.
Right, and you should be able to. Yes, if you can at least do that.
2009 Toyota Camry.
Somebody said no gum chewing.
I took it out. They was right.
They were talking about me.
No, they was talking to me.
Oh.
I was smacking. I'm sorry. You're right. So she changed her own water pump.
That's right.
So wait a minute, where my
And my
applause?
own
I can
oil.
change a tire. I don't change the oil, but I can pour it in there real straight too. Like, don't even shake. That's not something. You're gonna give me my just due. That is not easy to do. I can even make a paper funnel.
Okay, so I got a story. Wait, I got a story. So
yeah,
I lift my hood to put some oil in my tank.
But
It
that's
was
what
on
I
a
was getting
Sunday.
ready to say too, because she
What?
was like, I could pour it in there real straight, but she using a funnel, so it don't matter if you don't.
Listen. You gotta crawl before you walk. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It took some time, but I know what I'm doing now. Don't do that.
If you ain't know.
We're not doing that.
She'll
We're not doing
justify it,
that.
y'all.
Okay, wait,
She'll
so
justify
let me
it.
tell my story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it was a Sunday. I had a gasket leak, and so my oil was coming out. The oil light came on. I pulled over, popped the hood in my church gear, my dress, my skirt, and a guy comes over. Chivalry, I appreciate it. You know, I can put the oil in for you. I got a
How short
shorty. I
was the
got a
skirt?
shorty. Made me feel some kind of way because call me shorty, but that's okay.
Because he was gonna steal your car.
But he didn't know where the oil thing was.
He didn't know where the oil thing
He
was.
didn't know how to.
Oh, he wanted your number.
No, he
How
was trying to
short
help.
was your skirt?
It was long. It was that blue
Lies.
flower skirt.
Yes,
Y'all know
church
that
lady and this and damsel.
Your grandma's skirt?
She was trying. He
my
was trying to
grandmother's
get it.
skirt. I love that skirt. But
Oh,
he
grandma.
did.
With the
He was really
pockets.
trying, and I did not tell him where it was. This is the point. I didn't tell him. I let him find it himself.
Because he gotta learn.
The oil thing.
Yeah, but no, but I felt like I shouldn't tell him.
I don't know
Because he
where
got to
it is.
learn. He's a man, and he got to
Right,
learn. But he
because
was trying to
once
help.
you steal it and it blow,
what?
then
yes,
he gonna-
because I
you
said
done
that because he's a
helped
man,
him.
absolutely, and I mean it.
I don't
and
know
I
none of
will
that.
not refute what I said. He's a
don't-
man. He
I
should
don't
know
know.
what it is.
I don't know none of
That's
that.
the perfect example
Of?
the double standard.
You're right.
I never said. Listen, I know I got some. So I told you I have expectations. The same way you would assume you can't cook. All women supposed to know how to cook.
I
All
don't
women
trust none of
I
y'all.
do.
I don't trust none of y'all
I do,
under my hood.
and I changed my own
I take my car back to the
So
dealer.
you would, who here honestly would comfortably go to a female
No.
mechanic? Would you go to a female
I go to-
mechanic comfortably?
Yes.
You would come
If she
on.
work at the
How about
dealer.
the female barber?
If she work at the dealer.
There's some
she
good
can fix
female
it.
barbers
I know
now,
some
though.
good female
What do you say?
barbers.
Female
A lot of
barbers.
guys
You
won't-
said no? You will not go to a female barber?
No, and the only reason I say no to the female barber is because, and yes, I'm going to be the most chauvinistic man in this little 3 seconds. I told her that she messed my line up, and she was being like the typical city woman.
Oh, it's okay. It looks good.
She like, no, it's not. I'm like, lady, this my face.
I know my face. How you gonna tell
Like,
me?
Look.
Y'all didn't see him. But he said,
And I'm
look.
and I'm like telling her, you know what I mean? But you know how every race has their own thing. And regardless of what you try to say, it's the truth. Spanish women are weird.
Oh my
And
goodness.
in retrospect,
Trump.
when it comes to telling them
Listen.
what to do,
We have a disclaimer to hold up or something. Like,
Let me look and see who's
It's
on
my
my
personal opinion, and it does not reflect the views of the station.
The Spanish women you choose are weird.
No,
Keep
not
going.
I choose.
All
What
of
I'm
them are
saying
weird.
is
They
the
speak-
ones that I ran across or whatever, when they're in certain job titles or whatever, they real like, get out my face. You know, because I'm like, shorty, you messed my hair up. I got a show tonight. Look at my shape up. And she was like, you good. And I'm like, oh, watch you don't get paid. And I'm going to bang your boyfriend in his mouth for letting you cut my hair.
Fighting him too.
Yes, I agree. How about you just like, don't go back to her. Like, go to the other chick. That's true.
Yeah, because
but guys do that too, though.
Feel like $1 million.
Guys do that too. That same exact situation happened to me with a male when I took my son. When I took my son to the barbershop, he did it, and I clearly saw
because you're a woman.
Because I'm a woman, so it don't really.
It's a double standard when it comes to the hair and the food.
Okay, so double standard. Men are direct and forthright, but when a woman is, she's labeled a bitch. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say. What is it?
Because I don't cuss.
Since when?
So I'm gonna say the B word moving forward to make her feel comfortable. But y'all heard me. You know what they call us.
They call us a bitch.
But you know what? So what?
I don't care.
I'll be
either.
there.
I don't care.
I'll be there. I'm there. Don't bother
I
me.
think the B word comes out when they're unpleasant with their directness and
Whatever you're saying is coming out. Would I go right with the other one about being confident about who you are and what you are? Now, me personally, I think that comes with after a certain age, depending on how you. Because usually, let me say usually before I offend any women, like the 20-year-olds with this whole, I got my BA, as you said, I got this, I got a Benz, it comes out that way. But 30 and up, you just like, sweetie, I ain't got time for that. I already done got my, I don't play with kids. That's what I say all the time. I don't play with kids. Bye. Go ahead. And it's more of a letting you know where I am so we don't waste each other's time versus.
We can't just be proud of ourselves. I remember when I was 25 with my natural hair and I had like my car and my own apartment and I was doing my thing and I was making my money and I ain't had no problem with telling people that. And it came out just like that.
But you was 20-something, right?
But it wasn't about them. I was just proud of myself. Why I can't just be proud
But it's
of
like, come on now. That's kind of like defensive before anybody even had a chance to say. No, she didn't.
I just pressed this today. It's going to rain and first right back up.
But look, okay, but based on what you just said, I think that's a defensive. When you, I'm about to fight you. That's this maple syrup. Go right here, Tara.
Don't talk about me because I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show y'all all my hair. I cut my hair so much. Look at this. This is all
like this long.
If my head was Tara. Okay,
right.
I'm not gonna plug you out.
We're gonna plug you, Tara, because listen, you have been a part of this show. Little do you know, I can. Can you pronounce the name of the? I don't want to say it wrong. What's the name of the product?
Don't use that one because it makes me come
I can't say it.
Ayura.
Ayura.
I'm so sorry, Tara, but this was an implant. But you have been a part of this show. Just little do you know. I'm really serious.
Look at this.
She's been a part of the station because your oil's got it glistening up in here, Tara.
Like McDonald's.
Bling white.
Like
I done pulled that.
Wait a minute. We went to. My question is: you in your 20s?
Yeah.
You just said you do all this. I got my this. I got my that, and so forth. I'm saying that comes off a bit defensive. That comes off like you already expecting them to look at you like you don't have it. So I'm letting you know before you even doubt
meet
me.
Me where I'm at.
I agree, but I think meet me where my at is 30s.
Don't come no further. Go ahead. And it ain't about being arrogant. It's just about look. I ain't got time for the dumb stuff. If you can't meet me expectations, I'm confident. I already know. I'm good.
All right, real quick because we gotta wrap it up. Now, this is a real question. I gotta know because we was talking about that earlier. It is labeled by some unquestionably gay, hands down, as they put it, when men engage in any sort of same-sex intimacy, but labeled by the same people a fad or an experiment when females engage in the same-sex intimacy, like for the first time, should we say, experimenting. Immediately, as you just said, if they're in some sort of relationship, if the woman has the two guys, they gay. That's just that was your words.
That there have to be some kind of intimacy between all of them,
which then makes them
no, because they will not admit to being gay.
Right, they're still going to refuse it. They're still going to refuse it, but at some point they touched the intimacy. You can't be in a throuple without having intimacy for every person involved.
But does that? But does it? Yes, it's called the throuple. But does that make them gay because they touched and they were?
Well, if they had sex, yes.
Well, no, I mean just touch, little feel, little rub, no.
But I just don't think that. I mean,
no, but
they would be lying. I believe they would be lying if it didn't go further than that. If you're in that throuple,
if they submitted enough to be in a relationship with
if you say you're in a relationship,
they probably would do more than
this. Everybody, if you're going to say you're in a relationship, you can't just say I'm in a relationship. We're here, me and this other guy, and we're in a relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
That don't even make sense. We're in a relationship together,
right?
So we're all getting it in.
But we all know or heard the stories of the college experiments and
that's
the
what I'm
girls
saying.
Trying this and trying that, but they never assume the rule. Nobody ever forces them into that.
That's
role.
a double standard right there. That if a man and a man is experimenting,
that's the question. It automatically looks. So why is that? And that's what I don't understand. If it's gay, automatically, man, if you do that, hands down, you gay. Ain't no question about that.
You know why?
Why?
Because guys are hoping that they can be incorporated into that. So I don't
but
want
I
to
don't
put you
think
into a negative
the
stereotype.
problem with that is that I think it's impossible because once you're penetrated, just like being a virgin, once you're penetrated, you're no longer a virgin.
Mhm.
Once you're penetrated as a man, you're no longer straight.
Come on, now what about rape? We go right back to the rape thing.
Well, that's different. Rape is the causation of it. So if somebody forces themselves on you, you're being raped. You're not being
Yeah, I need you to explain
the
that one to me,
difficult
'cause
part
I'm
of it is if a female was a virgin before,
right,
and she got raped, her virginity was taken from her.
Absolutely.
If a man is raped,
Mhm.
his virginity is taken from him. That doesn't make him gay.
Okay.
Because it was taken. He was forced upon.
But if he volunteers,
If he volunteers himself,
one time,
one time. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You're
So that's a double standard. What you say?
you can't rape the willing.
I agree, but I'm saying that's a double standard. It's an
why is it-
experiment.
why
for
No, it is a
female.
double standard. I'm not.
Right,
I'm not.
okay.
Yeah,
So you
negating
can't
that point.
experiment. If you go that far, you just
It's hard to say. That's lack of a better
I
word.
will say, I'm be honest with you.
no other word.
It's hard to believe that you can open that wound, okay,
We got
and
five
not
ones.
be and not and still think you're whole.
And still think
Stop
you're
it.
whole. You're not
Stop
whole.
it.
So hard.
So hard.
No more words. No more
None.
words.
All right. See, okay. All I'm saying for me, I think it's a double standard. I feel like this further explains that our fight for equality is we are far away from it.
But you win in that category. You win.
We win in that category, and we also win when it comes to taking out the trash. 30 seconds. All right, listen. Thank y'all so much. We're going to commercial. This is it.
I'm out of here. I've had
Going to commercial. Oh, okay. Then good. We'll be right back. We're going to finish this tomorrow. Be Exposed. Radio.com, 3 o'clock Breaking Barriers Radio, Miss D, 7 o'clock The Artist Exchange, 9 o'clock It Is What It Is Radio. All shows canceled Saturday due to scheduled building maintenance. What'd I say?
No. He thought that was a staple in the paper and it was your gun.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks.
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now. Free stuff for you just for listening to this station.
Yo, we got your attention?
Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Check out this flashback. Our streets are not war zones, and our streets should not be treated as war zones. Now, we got a lot going on in our streets, and we can understand that. We do understand that, and we thank law enforcement and we thank communities for standing up against the things that are going on in their neighborhoods in the negative. But when you have a man broke down on the street, when you have someone in
who was
there
asking for help,
right, asking for help, you got someone in your home, you have a caregiver that's actually complying with his hands out and he's laying down and he's still getting shot. then this is not law enforcement. No. This is brutality. This is not police brutality. This is brutality. I would not call these offenders of justice police. And we do want justice, and we will get justice. And dare I say, by any means necessary. You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10 on the Denasha Harrison Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
What?
All right, y'all, we back. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Sunset Soul on Be Exposed Radio. We have been talking about the equality between men and women that we have clearly seen it is non-existent, basically, on based on our discussions. And I have here Leslie and my friend Lisha here, both came to support me. Monty from Talk Lately with Monty on Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. also came out to support on my first show. So thank y'all so much for supporting. On next week, I think Mother's Day is, when is Mother's Day? The Sunday?
Sunday the 15th.
The 15th. Okay, so next week
15th,
we will be
14th.
discussing some
It's the 14th.
amazing moms. But the question that is on the table, and I want to know this myself because I haven't actually worded it, and I'm asking y'all now.
It's the 14th.
Okay, that's irrelevant because our show is on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What single moms are you still considered a single mom with an active father presently helping?
Just because you don't live in the same.
So listen, this is next week. So 2 things. Listen, y'all, I need y'all to call Be Exposed Radio Station 410-702-5657. Leave whatever's on the answer. What the answer? Y'all got an answering service? The answering service.
Why
or
you
text.
leave stuff on answer machine?
If I got, I need
got a
to.
text
Okay, you know what? I'm
message
sorry.
number 2.
Sunset Soul. You can go to the page and leave your responses there.
You can send messages directly to the show page.
Okay. Also, Be Exposed Radio. Send it directly to the show page. Whatever your comments is based on that. If you have a story about any amazing moms, if you have something that you want to share, you know your mother kind of rocks.
That's me.
You can also do that. So listen up, y'all. I truly appreciate Y'all help, y'all coming, y'all supporting, y'all tuning in, y'all commenting. Trust me, all of it made me feel great today on my first show. Again, tomorrow on Be Exposed Radio, starting at 3 p.m. I'm going to say it right this time. Breaking Barriers radio show with Miss D, 7 p.m. The Artist Exchange radio show, 9 p.m. It Is What It Is radio show. And on Saturday, all shows are canceled due to scheduled building maintenance.
Ain't gonna be no power, y'all.
It will not be no power. So we ain't here. Thank
I
y'all
paid the
so
bills,
much for tuning in to Sunset Soul. We're going to close with my song, Smile by Love Dawn, my very first single. Oh, that's the one. I know. Y'all hear that? Myron Bamboo Austin created this beat. He is watching right now. I love you, Myron. He made this beat for me. Check him out. Austin Music Group.
In your eyes, during my gaze, I smile. How I love to smile. Bright lights, autumn time. It's love in the air. Flowers bloom and seeds are growing, nourished by